Hello again, Avalis. How are we doing? It's Peter here once again from Beaumoretel, from Lucci's Whiskey Bar. And yet again, I'm sitting down in the Beaumoretel vault, surrounded with all this beautiful Islay and Jura exclusive bottlings of malt whiskey. And I must apologise for the delay on getting some more videos up. I've just not had the chance. The place has been absolutely mobbed. There's people everywhere, which is great. It's great to see returning customers and actually a lot of new customers, so a lot of new friends, which has been absolutely brilliant. And we're not even at Fèis yet, guys. And this year's Fèis is going to be 40 years. Can you believe it? 40 years of Fèis. I can't believe it. And I tell you something, I'm hoping the distillers are going to pull it right out of the bag. Hopefully there's going to be some absolute beautiful drams, and also hopefully the prices will match that. So let's see what happens this year, because I think there's going to be some stonkers coming. But tonight we're going to be doing something very special, and I cannot wait to try this dram. And also I think it's quite fitting, because obviously the last week or so we heard the sad news from Ardnahoe that their founder had unfortunately passed away. And what a gentleman. I only met the gentleman once, but I mean, he was so passionate in telling me about, you know, his business and how everything started, and, you know, getting Ardnahoe opened. I mean, the guy was just, you know, he knew his stuff, and he was so passionate, but you can see in his eyes how happy he was to get Ardnahoe up and running. And not just up and running, I mean, what they are doing. I go on about it all the time, but what Ardnahoe are doing, the price point, the quality, it's really hard to match. And if they keep doing this, I mean, what a legacy that is going to be. If Ardnahoe keeps doing, I mean, if they keep doing what they're doing now, when they get to a 10 or 12-year-old, it's probably going to be one of the best 10 or 12-year-olds you'll get on Islay. If they keep doing it the way they are, it's going to be unbelievable. The single casks that have been coming out here, there and everywhere, some of them are just, I mean, the manager selection. I keep going on about this manager selection, but that, for 6 years old, price point, unbelievable. So I thought it's only fitting to honour the gentleman that got this place up and going. We're going to be doing this wee bottling here. Now, this was brought to me by a good friend who has been very helpful in helping me get these kinds of bottles. This was exclusive only to the Danish market. Yet again, it's a 6-year-old single cask, pure bourbon, cask number 1548. There was only 225 bottles of this produced, so very limited, of course, being a single cask. It was distilled in April 2019 and then bottled in September 2025. As I said, it's a single cask, first single cask release for the Danish retailers. So very hard to get hands on, and thank you very much to Martin Brednell, who's been very helpful and very patient in helping me get these bottles. So a big thank you to Martin. And the alcohol content in this is 59.5% alcohol. So with no further ado, let's get it opened and let's get it poured. Hope everybody, by the way, is doing well and safe. The world at the moment is just absolutely nuts. I wish these people would just, you know, the people in power would just sit down with a couple of bottles of whiskey. I'm sure that would sort everything out. But unfortunately, they probably don't drink whiskey, so they don't know what's good for them. So here we go. The Ardnahoe 6-year-old single cask, exclusive only to the Danish retailers, so only to Denmark. Now there's the colour of that. That is an absolute beautiful colour. It's really hugging the glass as well. It's more, I would say it's more a kind of heather colour. It's very light. It's not quite gold, but it's very light. It's very oily. It's really hugging that glass, which, to be fair, most Ardnahoes do. But I always go on about that manager's dram. It was an absolute stonker. So let's see what we get on the nose, guys. It's very fresh. It's fresh, it's light. Now, as I said, it's 59.5% alcohol, so majorly in the cask strength here, but we're nearly at 60. But I tell you something, it's not tickling the nose hairs. Normally when it's that high, it kind of, you know, and it's not. You can smell a touch of ashiness there in the nose. Smells very vanilla, smells very sweet and fruity as well. But the peat smoke is there as well. Not very prompt though. The peat smoke in Ardnahoe is very light. Even though I still think, excuse me, I could be wrong, but I think they're about 50 ppm, roughly. But it doesn't taste like that. It's very light. So with no further ado, slange, guys, to Stewart, Ardnahoe, the founder of Ardnahoe. Slange. Oh dear. 6 years old. Unbelievable. It's very full body. It really coats the mouth. Oh, delayed reaction. Oof. As soon as it hits here, it just explodes. Then your peat smoke flavour comes back. That is... oh, that's a long finish. It's just coming back with a flavour. That is absolutely tremendous. These guys, honestly, they never cease to amaze. Price point as well. I mean, normally these bottles, like, sorry, I put it over there. These bottles, I mean, single cask, 6 years old, always, it's normally below, it's like £90, £90. Below £100. You wouldn't even, you know, as soon as you buy that, you're not thinking, oh my God, I need to put that away and not open it. £90, you're going to open that. You're going to try it. You're going to enjoy it. Now, that's what whiskey's all about. Whiskey's about opening and drinking. Whiskey is made for drinking. I keep banging on about it, I know, but that's what it's all about. That's why here at Lucci's Whiskey Bar, we open everything. Nothing is safe. If you want the bottle opened, we will open it for you. That's what it's all about. Whiskey on the lips, guys. Now, I always say you've got to try whiskey at least twice. If it's really heavy in the cask strength, sometimes 3 times, just to make sure before you even think about adding water. And as I bang on about as well, there's nothing wrong with adding a wee bit of water if you need be. Everybody's taste buds are different. Everybody's flavour, the way they, the way they drink whiskey. Not many of us are this. Everybody. It's like your music taste. Most people have a wide range. Some people just like rock, heavy metal. Some people love classical, jazz. There's something there for everybody. Whiskey is exactly the same. Slange that, guys. Go ahead, dive in for a second taste. Yet again, dare I say that's maybe as good as the Manager's. It's damn close. It's very smooth. It's very full body. Touch of ashiness at the back. It's very vanilla and might even be a touch of marzipan there. That is an absolute beautiful dram. And I tell you something, it's that good that I am going to finish this. So yeah, from Peter here, from Beaumoretel, from Lucci's Whiskey Bar, enjoying an absolute beautiful 6-year-old Ardnahoe. I mean, even the bottles, I mean, I know I bang on about that as well, but I mean, look how pretty they are. They're pretty bottles. Now, I've got about 24 bottles of Ardnahoe, different Ardnahoes in the bar now, thanks to Martin Brednall, by the way. I have to put a big thank you out to him for that. And by the end of the festival, I'll probably have about 34 bottles of Ardnahoe in the bar, roughly. I've managed to source ones everywhere. There is a couple in Taiwan that I'll get at some point. A very good friend there has managed to pick up some bottles, and hopefully he's managed to pick up the China exclusive as well. But we'll find them somewhere if not. But it's much appreciated to these people that are willing to help. Martin has been a big part of that. So it's a big thank you to you guys. You all know who you are, who have helped me over the years finding bottles. And of course, I always return the favour. If I can help, of course, I'll also help. That's what it's all about. It's a whiskey family, It's amazing how small the world is. But yeah, from Peter here, from Beaumoretel, from Lucci's Whiskey Bar, enjoying an absolute beautiful 6-year-old exclusive only to Denmark. And this is an absolute stonker of a dram. As I said, this might be, if not, it's very, very close to the Manager selection. Slange, guys. And yet again, to Stewart, the founder of Ardnahoe. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And as I said before, what a legacy that's going to be. If they can keep doing what they're doing, it's going to be something special. It already is something special, but it's going to be, as I said, when they get there 10, 12, I'm really excited for that. What else can I say? Absolutely fantastic. You don't need big numbers. You don't need 30-year-olds. You don't need 40-year-olds. You don't need 50-year-olds. 6-year-old whiskey. Unbelievable. Don't get me wrong. Some of these big guns are fabulous. Not all of them. Some of them are. But, I mean, come on, 6-year-old whiskey, £90, it's a no-brainer. So from Peter here, from Balmoral, from Lucci's Whiskey Bar, enjoying an absolute fabulous Ardnahoe 6-year-old exclusive to the Danish retailers. Hope you're all staying well and safe, and hopefully we'll see you very soon in Lucci's Whiskey Bar for a wee dram or two. Slàinte, guys. Stay well, stay safe.